On IMDb, my duster says, I can't even with this steaming pile of gator. Oh, dear God, where do I start with this one? Clearly, the filmmakers have never set foot in Florida. First and foremost, there are no crawl spaces or basements in Florida. There are very few cities where this is an exception. She tells her sister she is driving 2 hours south on I-75 from University of Florida, so that puts her squarely in Tampa. There are no crawl spaces. None. Zip. Zilch. Nada. The house is definitely not a style found in Florida, and even the garage door is a dead giveaway. And there are no levees in Tampa. Girl gets told by her sister that there's a Category 5 currently hitting Florida, and she's shocked. Shocked, I tell you. She would have had a week's advance notice at minimum. With all channels on 24/7 with the hurricane's path, and they would have certainly canceled a swim meet with a hurricane a minute away. On to the actors. B-movie actors acting in a D script. Has all the hallmarks of a sci-fi movie, but with a much weaker production value. Girl gets mauled in the leg by a gator. She gets up and starts running. She wouldn't even be standing. But no, Forrest starts running. Girl gets mauled in the arm later, then starts swimming like Michael Phelps. Later still, girl swimming 5 miles per hour outswims 3 gators swimming 20 miles per hour. Gets mauled a third time with a death roll, managed to keep that arm, then climb like an Olympic climber. She's ready for the gold. Also, Category 5s have a minimum of 157 mile per hour winds. In this movie, the wind was barely blowing. You would not even be able to stand in a Category 5, let alone float around in a makeshift raft or steal end ATM in a John boat. And there's almost never thunder and lightning, but for some reason in this movie, there was some every few minutes. Other stupid stuff. Eggs take 65 days to hatch, but eggs just laid there earlier that day start hatching. Gators over 9 feet are rare, but in this movie, 20 feet seems to be the norm. Daddy dies twice, but miraculously is resurrected twice. It's a miracle. There are probably 1,000 other things wrong with this movie. Note to filmmakers, do research before you make a movie. Most of these errors could have been verified with a simple Google search. 1 star. This guy seems like fun.
We got fucking Steve Irwin over here. Yeah, it's a fucking horror movie. Suspend your disbelief, my guy.
Do you think he enjoys Marvel films?
And he's like, actually, if you were to fall out of a building and then stop yourself like Iron Man does, you would be technically liquefied from the G-forces.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And I'm John.
And we are back talking about Crawl from 2019, directed by Alexandre Aja, starring Barry Pepper and Kaya Scodelario. And you heard his voice. We're joined by Jon Von Frankenstein once again. Hi, John.
Hello. Thank you for having me once again. Always a pleasure to be here with you guys.
It's always a pleasure indeed.
Glad to have you back.
Andy's here too.
Don't be
Thank
rude.
you for letting me out of your basement, Andy.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Listen, you earned it. You've been doing the laundry, and I appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
no problem. Yeah, always happy to be on here.
First things first, I'm going to eat your brains, and then I'm going to start rocking gold teeth and fangs. But actually, First things first, did I pronounce the director's name correctly?
I think it's Alexandre Aja, is how I've always said it.
Say it again?
Alexandre Aja.
So not like the Steely Dan album.
Not Asia, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's
No,
like,
just like
it's like the
the
band that does
picture of
Take
the-
on Me.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no hyphen
Alexander.
in there. Very good.
I tried.
And did I get Scodelario correct?
I think so. Scodelario.
Oh, so I spelt it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what I did wrong. That makes sense. And did I get Pepper correct?
Yes.
What about his friend Harry Salt? Oh,
Very
we're
good.
cooking with gas here, baby.
We're cooking with something. We're cooking with something.
Let him cook, but I ain't eating.
Very good.
How are y'all doing?
I'm good, Robbie. How are you?
I'm good. John, how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. Now,
right,
I've got
John.
my coffee. I'm ready and set for you guys.
All right, now, John. Now you ask me how I am.
Andy, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Hey, Rob, how you doing?
I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Robbie, but how are you doing?
I am doing well. Andy, had you seen Crawl before?
Andy, how
I
you
hadn't.
doing?
I'm good. Rob scats when he's mad.
Shutting my laptop. Saying
Oh,
goodbye.
that's it. He's done.
I have not seen Crawl before. Has you, Robbie?
No, and I know John had because he suggested this.
Yeah,
True.
I've seen this. This is probably my 4th time seeing it.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like this movie, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I was really excited to suggest it. It's like, for reasons we'll get into during the episode, it calls back to like Jurassic Park a lot for me. So I think that's the reason I still count it as like a horror movie technically. But yeah, I really dug this, and I actually got to see it in theaters the first time I had seen it. So, and that's kind of what started me on my journey of writing movie reviews, was seeing this. So I was a little bit more enthusiastic than the guy in the intro. But it did speak to me in that same way. I was just as passionate about it.
His name is My Duster.
Yeah. That's my duster.
So, what made you suggest this?
I always enjoy a movie where it's man versus nature.
Okay.
And what I really liked about this, that I think it does superbly well, is that they don't make the gators like have this preternatural intelligence. They're not scheming. They're not doing anything but just being animals and like running on instinct. And alligators are fucking terrifying. So for those reasons, it's like a phenomenal movie, in my opinion. You know, it's just how scary an alligator actually is. Like, if you can imagine yourself being trapped in a non-existent crawl space in Florida.
Let's get that fucking right.
I mean, the dude was a contractor. You could think he said to himself, like, I want to create a little extra space for my house. I'm going to lift it up a little bit and create a crawl space. There you go, my duster. Suck it.
Got him.
What about you guys? What did you enjoy this?
I did.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. When I first started watching it, I was like, am I watching the wrong movie? Because this is I'm so scared my pants are brown Kotober. And I was not scared watching this. I get the horror elements. It's certainly frightening for the people in the movie.
Right.
But I was not scared. And I'm sitting there going, oh, shit. Is there another movie named Crawl? That, like, because for some reason, the name Crawl, I didn't associate with alligators. And when I started watching this, I remembered when it came out a few years ago. But I was expecting this to be like some weird crab walking demon or something like that. Or like a baby demon. But no, it's gators. And I was like, I'm hyped for this, but I hope I'm right.
Yeah. No, I also wasn't scared, but I had a great time. Like, I mean, we'll get into it a little more, but I think this is also like, it's deeper than it looks.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not just like, hey, it's a chompy time. There's like some good drama in here too.
Yeah.
That
was something that Alexandre Aja actually worked on to develop that a little bit more. So yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, because what year did this movie come out?
I believe it was 2019, Robbie.
Ooh, the year of our Megazord 2019. We had previous episode Toy Story. Wait, did we do Toy Story 4 on this podcast yet?
No.
We did not do.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote that thinking that was a previous episode. When Toy Story 4 came out, but previous episode, The Lighthouse did come out.
Ah, yes.
Do you like my beans?
Why'd you spill your beans?
You're not a fan of me lobster?
There it is.
MIB International, which I don't understand. If you are the Men in Black, you don't need an international division because it's space.
Yeah.
Very true.
Like, I've thought a lot about that with like the MCU. If that shit happened, countries are over. There's no more countries.
What do you mean?
Well, like, if we found out that there are other beings out there with intelligence that matches or exceeds the human race on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
At
yeah.
that
Kind of
point-
like Futurama.
Exactly. It's Futurama.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck cares?
Right. At that point, it's like, wow, we are actually very insignificant in the grand scheme. Yeah.
Very serious talk here.
I'd never even heard of that. I had
It's,
no idea that came out.
Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have.
I fell asleep
right,
about
right.
a half an hour in because it's
Oh.
2 hours and 20 minutes. It's way too long.
Oof.
I don't. You're the only person I know who's seen.
It was on. It was streaming for free, so I threw it on one night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
was interested, but at the same time, for some reason, I was like, nah, I don't give a shit.
That's fair. That's
Even
fair.
though I just
well,
said
you
I
know
was
what? Maybe
interested.
it doesn't give a shit about you.
That's fine. That's
And
fine.
we're back
I
to
just-
being insignificant again.
Yep, there it is.
Jonker came out 2019.
Very
Oh,
good.
Junker.
Yeah, Jonker.
Do you mean Taxi Driver 2019?
Yes, exactly.
Hey,
Previous
you
episode.
ever-
Previous episode.
Yeah, that's true. You ever watch a sad guy dance for like 2.5 hours?
Yeah, every time I'm on Zoom with you.
Yep, you know it. I'm always shaking my moneymaker.
Ooh.
I don't know if that was a burn or a compliment.
Oh, Detective Pikachu.
Oh, Pika Pika.
I seen that in theaters like a fucking duty head. That was
I
alright.
mean,
Was it
I
bad?
saw it on
Yeah.
streaming. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
I saw what else did I see in theaters? Toy Story 4. That's the one that I felt like a duty head.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like it's not a bad movie, but it's like, why are we sullying such a great ending?
That's Monsters Inc.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, talk about some music that came out in 2019. Because Danny Glover by Taylor Swift.
Very good.
I'm sorry, that was a Scooter Braun version that came out in 2019. Taylor's version.
Bicycle Braun. I don't know who that is. I'm going to be totally honest.
It's like was he a producer or something?
Yeah, he's a producer. Overall,
He, like,
dickhead,
found-
pretty much.
Or yeah, he like he's got a huge hand in people's careers and stuff.
So he
Yeah.
has big hands?
Huge.
Big
dude.
hands,
They're
and
massive.
they're
Yeah, with
always
big
in
hands.
people's pockets.
Okay. That's the music biz. Hey, when we fall asleep, where do we go?
To bed?
Was that William Eyelash?
Yes.
Thank You Next
you know,
came out that year. By Ariola Grande.
Yeah, Ariana
Nice.
Grande. I like Thank You Next and Sweetener are two back-to-back albums that are fucking hot fire by Ariola Grande. But Billie Eilish, I tried. I really did. And I just don't it's just like a lot of it's
Yeah.
just like really whispery and talky, and I'm just like not
Doesn't do it for me.
yeah, I don't know. Like, let's go.
I feel like we're not the intended audience, though.
Oh, of course.
So that's-
But like, you know, music is music, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm in the intended audience for Thank You Next, but I like that. know? So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Billie
don't hear
there's-
music I'm not the intended audience for.
But there's two songs on that Billie Eilish album that are one of them's fucking beautiful. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's an emotional song.
That's the name of the song.
And
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
wasn't
that's it.
Beautiful by James Blunt?
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Hey, the best album of 2019, You Look Nice Today, Carol, by The Royds.
Hey, check
Fantastic
it out.
album.
It's on Spotify.
Yeah, that's the important one. Well, here's something I believe that happened in 2019. In late 2019, Andy took an overseas trip and tried some interesting cuisine.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you brought COVID to the U.S.
That's the story I've heard, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that is funny. That's very, very good. That's very good. Yeah. I fucked a bat or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Speaking of fucking things they shouldn't, Jeffrey Epstein was arrested and quote unquote killed himself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Andy mourned the loss of his good friend.
Well,
Isn't that who he traveled with?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. We both fucked a bat.
Oh,
We DP'd a bat.
oh man.
God.
And how old was this bat, Andy?
I don't know. There's so many pills in my system at the time.
Oh
You
boy.
know?
Oh,
it was a rough
boy.
year for me, 2019.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, I was patient zero up there. You know, this is a good year because it is like the end of the world. You know, this was
Yeah,
like the
things are so
right
fucking different.
before the end of the year, the end of the world rather. You know,
I think the world deserved it.
I agree.
You guys want to talk about Crawl?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
All right. What do you guys think of this? Clamber.
very good.
I like that. I like
Creep.
Clamber, you fucking son of a bitch.
What
it.
do I-
Clamber's That's what I'm naming my firstborn daughter.
Very
Clamber.
good. It's a gross Pokemon.
Yeah,
How about Wriggle?
Oh, Wriggle, I
pretty
do not
good.
like.
Yeah. I go, hey girl, let me wriggle inside of you.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope. How about Plod?
that's not bad.
Plot is good. Plot is good because that's you got the big belly dragon through the dirt and the mud, you
Yeah.
know, through the swamp.
Big
Yeah.
belly dragon is a big fat dragon.
That used to be my stripper name.
Big belly dragon's what I call my genitals.
Very good, both of
Yikes.
you. A plus for both of you.
I have scales
Thank
on my
you.
genitals.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
they make ointment for that.
And my semen burns.
Okay, Robbie, for the love.
How about writhe? Does writhe work? I googled synonyms for crawl.
That is clear. That is clear that you did that.
All right, so we start off. We're at the swim meet at the University of Florida, and now I'm getting it. She's on the Gators, and my cat's name is Gator.
Hey,
Oh, Gator.
Shout out to Gator.
Is that why you chose this movie, John? That's the real
That's
reason,
exactly
right?
why. That's
Yeah.
the real reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's what I
actually,
thought.
it was because within 2 minutes of this movie starting, a background actress, looks directly into the fucking camera.
Oh, does she?
I'd never noticed it before, but like, as Haley is limbering up for her swim, this actress on the side is clapping and just goes, turns to the camera, looks right
Fucking-
directly. And it's like you could hear the director being like, "Stop fucking looking at the camera," and she
Yeah.
just turns around again, and keeps clapping. It's hysterical. I'm like, why'd she do that?
You know, this movie, I looked at the budget like right after, which I don't normally do,
Yeah,
because it seemed expensive, but it was not. It was
They
like,
spent the money where they had to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah,
and it made like almost 100 million. And, like,
Yeah.
good for them.
91.7 million on anywhere from a 13 to 15 million dollar budget. So they've
Yeah,
more than made back their budget 6 times over, which
yeah.
is fucking
But,
great.
I like the opening scene because she's like, you know, she loses and then she's like, she flashes back to her dad being like, don't cry, like don't let him see you cry, right? And then it
Yeah.
flashes back and he's like, what are you? And she's like, an apex predator. And that's what Rob is referred to by the state of New York.
Very, very good. Very good. I loved in the flashback after she loses, Barry Pepper asks the winner when her last period was. Because it's Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just wanna-
I love that what we were mentioning in the opening, how the movie's a little bit more emotional than you would think something like this has any right to be.
Yeah.
But that's because Alexandre Aja took the spec script that the writers Michael and Sean Rasmussen had written and he reworked it. He reworked it because their basic concept was just girl and her dad trapped in the basement, alligators have them trapped and cornered, and they have to find their way out. So he was like, I fucking love it. Let me expand on that. And the stuff between Haley and her dad works really well for me. The stuff between her and her sister, not so much. I feel like they're a little wooden. But we get a lot of good exposition from them. We learn about Barry Pepper being divorced from their mother. We learn about Haley and Dave's relationship being strained. So he put in enough emotion where it had to be, and the movie like never drags when we get into those emotional bits. At least I didn't.
I agree. Yeah,
you know, which is tough to do when you've got something like this. Robbie, you feel different?
Yeah, I said when we start getting all emotional, I go, "Ooh, we're really dragging for these 88 minutes here, aren't we? Really trying to make sure we reach that."
I don't know. I liked all that. I also liked that in the FaceTime with her sister, at the end, the sister puts the baby on, and the main character does not give it. She goes, "Yeah, hi, bye, okay." She did not give a fuck.
Her sister is actually played by the lead actress in the movie Saint Maud. That's a great fucking movie, and someone gets lit on fire. Go watch that too.
Saint Maud, who art in heaven, committing arson.
Very good.
Flaming be thy name.
So after this swim meet or whatever, there's this big old storm. They're like, "Oh, I guess we gotta go." And her sister Emma, they're like, "Dad's not turning our calls. What are we ever going to do?" And she's listening to some redneck radio on the way down to her father.
Yeah. That's Florida, baby.
This fucking guy. I mean, there's between the redneck radio guy and then like the end of the world fucking preacher. Like, yes, the most ominous radio personality.
Yeah.
Who's just like, what are we gonna do when we're faced with a storm?
Meanwhile, the dad's listening to Florida's best hard rock radio.
Yeah.
Here is Creedence Clearwater Revival with
she's stopped by some guy because of how bad the hurricane is. And it's at this point I realized that the Amazon Prime Video subtitles have quotation marks instead of apostrophes. Did anyone else watch it on Amazon Prime Video with subtitles?
No,
I didn't have the subtitles on.
Yeah, it had quotation marks where apostrophes should be. And I was kind of distracted.
I never used subtitles until we started doing like older movies, because older movies, like the audio is a little more like muffled.
Right.
And also then we got into movies where for Scores Timbre we did like The Irishman, where everybody's 900. So they're all just like, I'm like, I got nothing on that. So my subtitles have remained on since, and yeah, I didn't have that problem. But I'm watching on Apple, whatever it's called, Apple TV.
Okay,
iTunes Music TV.
Yeah, that's the one.
I really like that. As soon as we meet Wayne, the like ex-boyfriend cop guy,
dude, yeah,
he is so nice and he is so sweet. And immediately, like, I can't fucking wait for this dude to get chomped. Like, know right away.
Oh, that dude's dead.
They're setting it up. They're setting it up. Oh yeah. Two elements in this movie that they say to you, like, just keep in mind, we're gonna stress you out about this character later on. Wayne and Sugar, the fucking show-stealing dog. She's the fucking best.
Yeah. I was almost positive that dog was gonna die.
Right?
I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle it.
I was nervous every time she was on screen.
Yeah. And they did that on fucking purpose.
Yeah. That's really, really good.
They know like how attached people get to dogs on screen. Like after watching Marley and Me, everyone's fucking traumatized. Yeah. And are you guys aware of doesthedogdie.com?
Yeah, you told us about it on a previous
yes.
episode.
Yeah.
I've heard of it from you, actually.
Yeah.
As soon as the movie started, it's the first thing I thought of, like, oh, this dog's gonna fucking bite it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, I every time Sugar came on screen, I wrote in my notes, Sugar! I have it marked with the time that she appears. And it's like, depending on how stressed I was about her, I put a different amount of exclamation points. So we'll have fun with that later.
So we got Haley walking through her dad's house. and she's calling for him. And then a tree smashes through a window, and that spooked me something rotten. I'm not gonna lie, that jump scare got me. I was like,
that
whoa!
got, I don't know, that popped me for some reason. I was cackling at the tree.
That
falling
was
through the
that was
window.
that was a good jump scare. That was a deserved jump scare because the whole movie, like I was saying, is just man versus nature. So like right from the fucking start, it's she can't swim fast enough in the water. She's almost getting knocked out by this fucking tree through the window. It's the storm that's coming. It's she's got to take the dirt road in order to get to her dad's house. Like all these elements are just against her.
The dirt road.
My preferred route, of course.
Because she goes fuck it and goes off roading and deep throating. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
It's the name of my next album.
Oh no. Did you guys notice when Haley picks up her dad's prescription bottle in big bold letters, it just says antidepressants?
No, I didn't notice that.
Just so you understood what it was. It just says,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm on antidepressants. They don't say that in big bold letters.
4 sad boys.
Yeah. Erectile dysfunction pills. Your dad can't get a boner.
Because your dick don't work.
I would love it if anytime you open up a bottle, it would just yell at you. Like
it's like a howler from Harry Potter, but it's prescription pills.
Back for your sad bitch pills again. Yeah.
You're not a real man.
That one friend everybody has where like you go to a convenience store, it's like, yeah, I gotta pick up a couple things. And he's like, man, they don't got my magnums. I need magnums because of my huge thing. Like, all right, guy. All right. We get it.
Yes, they're right here, sir. All right, I'll buy the regulars.
Yeah, let me get the extra small.
I love the authenticity though of her dad just staying in his fucking house. Like the reveal later on that like the deal never fell through. He just doesn't want to sell the house. I really like that, but it is genuine to Florida people just being like, I'm not fucking going anywhere. This is where I live. Like fuck that. I'm just gonna hunker down. I also like the trope of like whenever a movie wants to show us that love lived here once, they always show like the little growth tick marks on the molding of the wall. I fucking love that. And it works so well because then later on in the movie, when the house gets flooded, we see the water up to those fucking tick marks.
Yeah, that also helped me identify that they were right back in the house. And,
yes.
Because I was like, where are they right now?
Yeah.
And then I saw the marks. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I laughed at the first sign of those little marks because how long did they do that for? Because they went up pretty high. And there's a point where as a kid, you're going, I'm a little too old for this, Dad.
Shut up.
I'm 5'9". I'm 17.
Shut up.
That's why Haley and her dad didn't get along.
Yeah.
Stop doing this, Dad, please.
Dad, I'm 30. She pulls an Andy Dufresne and crawls through Dookie.
Ooh. She must smell like Andy.
Bobby.
Had that feel.
Listen, showers are a myth.
I don't like this.
All right, then, Mila Kunis. I love that she goes outside.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, apparently Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher do not shower more than once, like every 2 weeks.
I think that's a Hollywood thing too. I know Brad Pitt and Matthew McConaughey also stink. Like they're like, nah, we don't.
God.
We don't. It's showering. It's not good for your skin. It's a.
Well, I know that's a big
shower.
Scientology thing, so I don't know if they are tied in any way. Which actually, it makes sense that Barry Pepper's in this movie. We'll save that for later. So I love that like Haley
Scientology.
He's not, but he's got a weird connection that will come up in the Act Trivia section.
Oh, let's not insult people's religion, all right?
Hey, listen, it's science fiction.
Religion, air quotes, right?
Hey, all right, Kanye West. I just shit on religions over here.
Oh, shit.
Was that comparison?
Yep.
On point?
Yes, it was.
Like Kanye for making fun of Scientologists?
I think just anyone making fun of any religion, I get to call Kanye just because it's fun.
All right.
Man, it's just
now
a
I gotta
fun
go get
time.
a blowjob in a fucking raft in Italy.
Yo, people need to leave him alone. Who cares? Look at taking pictures of this guy getting a blowjob from his wife. You know who's the loser in this situation? The guy taking the
pictures.
Yeah.
You mean me?
Yeah,
It was me.
Well, there we go. There we go.
Andy sent them
Because it is
to
a
us
living,
as soon as he
all right?
snapped them. Like, you'll never see what I saw.
Yo,
You'll never
check
you'll
this
never
out.
guess.
When Barry Pepper is trying to convince her to keep swimming, he says, "Remember what got you into swimming in the first place?" But the answer to that is always survival.
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
It's true.
Which is probably another reason why this movie actually spooked me a bit. Because like it shouldn't spook me. It's more of like an action suspense thriller sort of movie. But I have like a deep rooted fear of drowning. So and I can't fucking swim that well.
That's
So
fair.
I would not fare well in this fucking movie.
See, I have a deep-rooted fear of open ocean.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So like this didn't spook me like that because it was like you can see it there in a town, but like yeah, you get me in the open ocean, you got some jorts filled with shit. Because I will definitely be wearing jorts.
I love that
bathing
you
jorts?
specified jorts.
Yeah.
Andy's a never nude.
When we see the gators outside. I really loved the POV of the gator in the dirty water.
Oh, that was fucking great.
Yeah, it looked filthy.
Absolutely.
And I loved watching the looters get ate because that white woman with cornrows, you deserve it because you're a white woman with cornrows.
Yeah. I didn't notice until she was getting chomped, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
me neither.
"Oh, okay,
Yeah.
no, get her."
Yeah.
She went from victim to deserved it real quick once that hat came off.
Also, that one dude is chomping down on some glizzies.
Yeah.
I thought it would be funny if, when later in the movie, the dad's like, "You gotta swim to that boat. I know you could do it, right?" And like she swims to the boat, and then she sees the glizzies, and she's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get those glizzies. I could really go for a glizzy right now."
Ooh, dirty water dogs.
Yeah, they're fucking literally. Also, here's a question. Questions. So, do we see the gator before he pops through that wall to spook?
Yeah, we see his tail in the background.
Really? See, I didn't see it.
Yeah, when she first gets down into the crawl space, she's like walking and you see a big old tail in the back.
Yes.
Damn, I didn't see
Yeah.
it. Because like that shit came out of nowhere in my view. Because I guess I didn't see that part.
It
And,
looks like
You got to watch the fucking movie.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing.
it almost looked like it just like dropped down, like it was like it fell down the fucking stairs. The first time I watched it, I thought that's what happened, that he just like slithered through the Bilko doors and fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Every time it rains, gators from heaven.
Shooby dooby.
Chompy Pompy.
Is the gator's name Crawl?
Yes.
Just like the shark in Jaws is named Jaws?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Did you guys notice we get about 40 minutes into the movie, or pretty long into it, before the dad decides to tell the daughter of the secret way out of the crawl space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that should have been the first thing. Okay, by the way, worst case scenario, there is an extra way out that we could probably get to right now because the water hasn't filled it yet. And then he's like, "Okay, I'll tell you now because we're fucked."
And then they're fucked anyway because there's shit on top of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
then Sugar shows up
yeah,
again
for support.
But if it was you do it earlier, you have more time to at least get that shit out from under the fucking.
Yeah, you can try at least. When the gator first pops up, I love that we see it in like a low light scenario, a low light setting, because it plays so well to the effects that they had to do for it. You know, the effects company got 3 months to work on the special effects, and they worked mostly on the storm, you know, adding the exterior. They had like big turbine fans and shit in the studio just to emulate the wind and stuff. But they worked on the storm and making Barry Pepper look as lifelike as possible. And I think they did a great job. But the reason why this movie just screams Jurassic Park to me is because the first time we see the T-Rex in Jurassic Park 2 is also in a wet, low light situation. Yeah. So it just has that feel of like prehistoric fucking beast, because gators are fucking prehistoric.
Yeah.
And it looks menacing. There's like some weight to it. They did a really good job of placing it in that actual set. If you notice when she finally makes it past the pipes, getting away from it, um, as the gator turns around, it's the scales on its tail like run along that pipe. So you just hear the trrrr as it's like
Yeah. Yeah, that
scuttling
was good.
away. And that's great because now it feels like, okay, this CGI gator is actually in this setting. It makes it feel a little bit more real, and it helps you suspend your disbelief a little bit more.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think that they did such a good job with it. You know, all the gators look, again, they didn't try to make them look movie menacing. They just look like fucking alligators.
Yeah.
And she pokes that one gator boy in the eye.
Oh yeah,
With the screwdriver, that was fucking sick.
Yeah, that was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Also, my song is called Gator Boy, and it goes, he said he was a gator boy. He said, see you later, boy.
Nice.
I'm gonna chomp you on the dick.
Very good.
Thanks.
Very, very good.
Thank you.
Oh, I also like that when the second gator pops out. That scene fucking got me. I remember seeing it in theaters.
Didn't see it coming.
And everyone fucking screamed when that second gator showed up. And it felt a lot like the jump scare in Aliens when you see the alien in the fucking air duct with the jazz hands.
Yeah.
When they put the light on him.
That's in the first one,
same
right?
sort of thing. Yeah.
I thought that this was going to be a one gator movie. I thought it was just going to be like two people in a basement trying to get away from one gator, and then there was a second gator, and then there was like 11 gators.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Oh, shit.
because when the cops come to this house, so Wayne goes in and he gets chomped on by the guys under the crawl space.
That was so fucking great. Yeah.
But the other cop is a fucking moron.
Yes.
He gets out of the boat, which all of a sudden has like plants in its propeller or some shit. And then he doesn't get in the boat. He's like, I'm going to walk over there. And then we watch these fucking gators go A-cab, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One gator rips his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I really liked how like they finally get into contact with ex-boyfriend fella. What's his name?
Wayne.
They get into contact with Wayne. They're like, Wayne, we're down here. And he's like, oh shit, all right, let me call for backup.
Yeah.
And he's calling for backup. And as he's calling for backup, we watch the other guy walking towards the swing, like Robbie said, like a ding dong.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, that guy's gonna die. But in that moment, Wayne gets chomped.
Yeah. That's fucking great. Like you don't see it coming. You should.
Yeah.
But it's set up so fucking well that it's surprising. It catches you off guard, and you feel bad for him.
Yeah,
because
he's a nice
like a nice guy doing a nice thing, and he's trying to help his friend, you know, someone that he knows. He's trying to do the right thing, and the gators just fucking chomp on him. And like, how much of a dullard was the other cop that he's like, what's pulling on that swing? And it's not until the last minute, where the gator, like, it must have gotten tangled up in the chain for the swing, I guess. And when it pops off, and that when he sees the tail, that's when he knows, like, oh fuck, it's a gator.
Yeah.
And he tries to make it back. I also love how, like, okay, although Barry Pepper does get killed nearly like 4 times, he should be dead by the beginning of the movie.
For sure.
All of the injuries look really realistic and super fucking brutal. Like, that's one thing that Alexandre Aja does so fucking well. And like, if you know his history, if you know a lot of the other movies that he's done, he did the remake of The Hills Have Eyes. He did High Tension as well. Like Piranha. Super bloody fucking movies with really nasty gore. So to see the gore done again in like this animalistic type way is so fucking cool.
I mean, there was shit like that she crawled through, right? And then like the crawl space fills with water, and they both have open wounds.
Oh yeah.
That's an infection.
Yeah.
Also UTIs all around.
UTIs all around. She lets her dad drink fucking rainwater at one point.
That's like, true.
I mean, at that point, you got to do something. I can't shit on the rainwater thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like though that she was like, she's quick thinking. She's not a damsel in distress. You know what I mean?
No, she's tough. Yeah.
They wrote her as a Ripley type character where like she goes in, she sees her dad is injured, and right away she's like giving him mouth to mouth. She's trying to resuscitate him. She's like trying to set up a tourniquet for his wounds and things like that. Like, she's really smart. So there's no point in this movie where you're like, oh, she's just gonna fucking give up, you know?
Yeah, she said, "Believe it or not, I'm gonna kill this gator." Because she said she's a Ripley type character.
That's pretty good.
Ah,
That's pretty good, Robbie.
yes, very good.
I didn't listen to a single word you said after that because I just had that just sitting in my head.
You were just repeating it to yourself so you didn't forget how you wanted to say it.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
I do like that.
Bed.
I do like that the apex predator thing gets fucking acknowledged for being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he watches his little girl practice swimming and goes, "That girl can kill some gators."
Yeah. Like the one line I would take out was the apex predator when she's like in the boat. She's like apex predator all day.
Yeah,
worst
all
line
day.
of the fucking movie.
If you took out all day, it would be a little better.
Yeah,
it would be all right because that's what she said since she was a kid. Yeah, something like that. But all day, it's like that's very 2019.
Did they drop an F-bomb earlier in the movie? Well, no, it's rated R. They could say fuck as many times as they fucking wanted to.
They do. Somebody says fuck at some point. I think he says fuck when he gets his
Oh, fuck my eye!
I'm about to fucking chomp you, motherfucker. I think the dad says it when he gets his arm ripped off.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah,
that was sick. I thought he was dead right there, but
he could have died. I would have been totally cool with him dying.
He should have died, honestly. But
it's written into Barry Pepper's contract that he can't fucking die, and
really,
I'm convinced that that's the reason.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no reason why that shouldn't have fucking killed him.
I think Roger Maris just fell on hard times. Because Barry Pepper played Roger Maris in the movie 61. Roger Maris played Major League Baseball for the Yankees and the Cardinals, among other teams. So the joke there is that after he retired, he became a contractor down in Florida. But then I realized I made a joke about baseball with two guys who don't watch baseball. And
yeah, because we're not
you
virgins, right?
No, it's not because you're not virgins. It's because you're beta male cucks.
That's ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth?
Oh boy!
I thought I was an apex predator. God damn
it. You know what the dumbest line in this movie was? When he says, "You're faster than they are."
Yeah,
my dude, they're alligators.
There's a couple of times where he just straight up has a bad idea. He's like, "Hey, why don't you go over there and like do something?" And that's just a bad idea. I mean, I know you're gonna drown.
Yeah.
So you got to do something, but
he's a typical sports dad. His arm just got fucking ripped off, but he still has to give her bad coaching advice.
Keep your eye on the ball.
I can swim.
So I liked, like I said, I liked the family stuff. I thought it was well written and well done because a lot of the time until they both unload their shit on each other, it's vague enough that you're still interested and not transparent enough that you're like, oh, I know, I see what's gonna happen. Because when they unload their shit on each other, she's like, I'm the reason you guys got divorced because you always had to go to my meets and all that. And he's like, nah, you were keeping us together actually. And I'm
because I was away from your mother.
I'm just a big time sad fella.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I thought it was all good stuff. I did think, I know you mentioned it before, John, that you liked when he said the thing about the house. He was like, yeah, I didn't have any problem selling. I just couldn't bring myself to sell it.
Right.
Yeah. I like that addition. I think the placement is poor because again, that's a minute after he gets his arm ripped off.
Yeah.
And maybe
he should be saying nothing but fuck.
Yeah,
at that point.
But maybe he's punch drunk because he just got his arm ripped off.
Yeah.
And he's just the house is. I couldn't get rid of it. But I thought that was a weird time to bring that up.
Maybe it's a dying confession. Maybe he figures we're not gonna fucking make it out of this, and I have to tell her before I fucking go.
That makes sense.
That's probably it. But yeah, I did like that because they try to ground the movie with some sort of emotion. I mean, we've done other movies together where 30 Days of Night, where the emotional stuff just doesn't always hit.
Yeah, I remember.
And this movie managed to do it better than
For sure.
30 Days of Night. I would say.
I didn't give a fuck about it.
Robbie.
I thought it was stupid. I was totally fine with an 80-minute movie instead of an 88-minute movie. I don't care about their relationship. I just want to see gators go bite.
Which that's fine, but Gators Go Bite could just be like a 15-minute short. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
do
that
that
would be
then.
awesome. That would be awesome. But I like that they managed to expand
I guess,
on it a
but
little
like
bit.
they're sitting there under the crawl space, and that's when he's sitting there convincing her to keep with her swimming. Is this the place, dude? Is this the place for this?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Which I think is part of her problem with him, that he doesn't know when to drop things like
Yeah.
that.
But
And
like,
You know,
she
it's
says it.
constantly going back to that. And she's like, you
Yeah.
gotta fucking let it go.
I don't know.
You
This
know?
isn't that movie for me. Like, I just want to see them try to escape the gators. I don't give a fuck about their father-daughter relationship. I don't care that Barry Pepper's depressed. You know, he's gonna have a lawsuit if he just pulled out of a fucking deal on a house.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of saw the movie after they aired their grievances with each other, and they were like kind of okay after that. I kind of saw the gators are kind of like just the obstacles that they have to go through. Like it's like a metaphor or symbolism. I don't know. I don't have a big enough
A
brain.
metaphor for a parent-child relationship.
Yeah, like
Yeah, kind of.
like these are the obstacles you gotta like. You're gonna get ripped to
I don't
shreds,
think
right?
so.
I mean, I could be
It might
wrong. Maybe
be.
I'm reading too much into it, but like, hey, as a parent, you're gonna get ripped to shreds. You know, your daughter's
You're
gonna
gonna
say
lose an
some-
arm.
some shit. You're gonna lose an arm, literally. Like a gator's gonna bite your
My
arm off
days
if you
are
have a
fucking
child.
numbered. I'm gonna wind up stumpy like this
Yeah,
now that I'm a parent.
that's true. That's
I
true.
like
Just
that,
be
though.
prepared.
I like,
But
and,
that
okay,
was that's what I took from it.
to Rob's point. I don't think that every single movie needs that.
I think we got to stretch
agree.
arm Andy over here.
And you could be right. It's just how that's just me. I'm always looking for the character shit in any movie, and that's just my thing.
I mean,
I'm a
we
beta
literally
male cuck.
got baby gators in the movie. There's your metaphor. Oh, wow. Oh, look, alligators are parents too. Yeah, I got it. Cool.
I don't know, just some beta cuck shit,
Yeah, you know.
I really enjoyed
Welcome
the
to
movie.
the Beta Cuck podcast.
I did really enjoy the movie. It's just that, like, I don't know. I just didn't care about that. I liked that the gator was just creeping around and hunting.
He was
Like,
a little rude,
yeah.
though, right?
Yeah, he was a little rude, especially when she's like,
rude.
"Get away from my baby eggs."
Yeah, and remember she gets fucking bit
Oh.
on the arm with the
Yeah.
gun, and she just pops inside the gator's
That was
head.
sick. That
That
was
was
fucking sick.
So
That was
fucking
fucking
good.
sick. And
Also,
then,
her
like,
Brazilian accent comes out when she screams that she got one.
really, I didn't even notice.
The accents for both of them are all over the place in this.
Oh, dude, nobody in this movie was American. That's why.
Well, I know, but-
the
yeah.
sister's Scottish. Kaya Scodelario, yeah, she's Brazilian and British. And yeah, Barry
shit.
Pepper's Canadian.
Yeah, and
I
Barry
think-
Pepper's
I think,
trying to do like a South Florida accent, but for some reason was coming out with a brogue sometimes.
Yeah, I
didn't
think
notice any
Susu
of
the
this.
dog was the only one that was American.
Yeah.
Well, she also changed her accent though, because she was actually barking like a Maltese.
Hmm.
Very
A
good.
little known fact. She's some great dog acting here.
Very good.
to tick off another check under the this movie was just Jurassic Park for me. The scene where they wind up back in the fucking dining room when they like the wave from the levee breaking throws them back into the house. I felt like that was just the scene after they get stuck in the tree in the car. When the tree
Okay.
the car
Oh,
falls
yeah.
out of the tree and Tim's like, and we're back inside the
Yeah.
car again.
I mean that I found that kind of funny. Because like they finally get out of the house, and he's like, "Swim for your fucking life," and she does
Yeah.
it, and she's like, "I'm an apex predator, motherfucker," or whatever. And then the levee breaks, and they just wind up back in the house.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was the point? What was the point?
You know what? Because they hadn't dealt. All right, Rob's gonna hate us for this. They hadn't dealt with their familial shit yet, so they wind up back in the house
Holy
until Barry
shit.
Pepper can fucking admit why they pulled out of the deal. You know?
Holy
Oh
shit!
fuck,
he's
guys!
done
If we
it.
don't reach 88 minutes, we can't put this in theaters. Oh shit!
It's good writing, Robbie.
Oh, no, you know why it's not good
It's
writing?
cyclical.
You know why?
Why?
No, because this is why I think they're stretching for 88 minutes. At one point, they're walking in the water, right? They're in the water, like, oh no. And then the eye of the storm comes, and he goes, oh fuck, the eye of the storm. We're gonna have to move fast. And they go, oh wait, never mind. The eye of the storm passes immediately. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
We just needed to pause for 2 minutes so we can get to 88 minutes.
I do love that in my notes. As soon as she goes, the eye of the storm, it's above us. And I just wrote, and also with you.
John, it's end with your spirit now.
Oh, sorry, whatever.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm making fun of
Wow.
religion again. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's gonna call me Kanye
Way to
again.
go. No, you didn't say anything bad about it.
And we do get a couple of Jaws call outs too. So the movie's not just Jurassic Park, but obviously the movie has very, very clear nods to Jaws. You've got the little bobble-headed shark thing on her dashboard.
Yeah.
The scene, that fucking gas station attack is phenomenal. That's such a good fucking scene. When the girl gets chomped, she's getting chomped like fucking, what's his name? Brody. No, not Brody. The captain. Why can't I think of his fucking name?
Quaid? Is it
Quint.
Quinn.
There you go.
Quint.
And the music, the score in the movie too, during those parts where we're in the Gators POV, very, very Jaws like. The music was done by Max Arouge and Stephen Thumb. They did a really fucking great job. With
Stephen Pinky.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah, but hold on.
I fucking dug that.
Hold on, I'm gonna backtrack again. But yeah, the levee breaks right after the eye of the storm. And it's like they didn't know which problem they should go there and went, hey, if we throw it in there, we get some extra minutes in this movie.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Also, there's no levees in Tampa.
That's true. That's a great point.
How about the dad brains a gator with a shovel? That shit was crazy.
I was
that
sick.
was
I thought he
fucking
cut his
great.
head off
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He got in there. He got in there for sure.
I think that's also him just fucking like letting out his fucking frustration of life. He's like, I'm fucking divorced. I might lose this house. I might lose the house to the storm. I may lose my life. My kid might die.
I have a compound fracture on my leg.
Yeah. My dog is somewhere upstairs. I have no idea where.
That leg wound though, with when he like fixes it, quote, that shit is brutal.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That shit is brutal. I'm not squeamish when it comes to blood, but like compound like if you see the bone, it's like, oh good lord.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah,
I need to sit down.
Compound
I got
fracture is what they call when you break your dick during intercourse.
Nice, dude. I was gonna say you gotta sit down because I get a boner because I'm weird.
Oh,
I'm into it. I go, oh my god, is that a compound fracture?
I see a bone, I get a bone.
Hell yeah, brother.
They should have just gone to the roof in the first place.
That's what I was thinking. The whole
Because
time.
they get outside and they're like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, let's get to that boat. I'm like, no, just go to the roof.
That was
because they wind up on
the
the roof by the end of the movie.
Right. That's what I thought the plan was, and that's what I thought the plan should have been when he's like, "No, we're gonna need a boat because those levees are gonna break, and then this whole place will be underwater." And then I was like, "Okay, I guess, okay, I don't know."
Yeah,
But
he probably
you're right,
figured
they
that they
end
could
up on the
outrun it. Yeah.
They
They
end
should
up
have
on
just
the
gone
roof.
to the roof.
But that's stupid.
But then we wouldn't have a movie.
Yeah, well,
Barry Pepper tells her about the secret way out with the wet wall. Also, I thought that line was really fucking funny. It's like, oh, crawl, just follow the foundation of the house till you get to the wet wall. And she's like,
yeah.
all of the walls are wet.
Yeah.
They're all wet.
Yeah.
That got a
Dad.
good chuckle from me.
Yeah, that was good.
Because like as adept as she is and as capable as she is, she's like still doesn't know some things.
Yeah,
So I like
that's
I
like
like
a
that little
plumbing
bit of-
term. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's realistic because she's a college student,
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she's not, and her dad's a contractor or whatever. Like, she's not going to know that terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but
But I loved it. And then the cruelest scene of using Pepper to hurt our souls and make us so fucking worried. That ending shot when she comes swimming around the corner. I was like, oh no. Like the first time I
Yeah,
watched it, I was
same.
like, "Sugar, please make it to safety.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please
I
make it to
know.
those
that dog.
steps."
Somebody grab that dog. But did you think that the dad was dead when he drowned?
100%.
When she was like
100%.
giving him mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
That's her dad, Rob. What the hell's wrong with you?
That was you. What? Because I was about to say giving him dome. All right.
Robbie.
I mean, she was screaming "Daddy, yes, afterwards.
No,
That's true.
no. I thought she was
Yeah.
screaming "Daddy, no," which is what Andy usually hears.
Oh,
Yikes.
good lord. Why are they still calling me daddy? What's going on here, Rap?
You make them call you that so they don't die.
Yeah, you make me call you
Good
that so I don't
lord. I should not.
Oh,
die when I'm in the basement.
I should not have asked.
nope.
It is shit your George Tober.
That's true. It is. It is boy or my jorts filled with shit. Tober.
Yeah, there were many points in this movie that I thought Barry Pepper was dead. And many points where I think he should have died. I think that the movie should have been that they
It should have
you
been
know.
called Barry Pepper Dies.
No, it should have been called Unstoppable, the story of Barry Pepper. Because he makes it through all this shit. It's fucking
Yeah, he does.
insane.
He's the fucking Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail in this. He just
Yeah.
keeps losing limbs. I'm fine.
It's but a flesh wound. Yeah.
I thought it was sick when the alligator came crashing through the second-story window.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
that
was
was
fucking
cool.
great. And we
I
got the
also-
death roll. I was waiting for
Yeah.
a fucking death
yeah,
roll.
yeah. I really liked the switcheroo she pulls on the gator with the shower stall.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was really cool.
Also another Jaws call out. And she's like, "Come on, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
that's
Throw
good
me the
stuff.
tank." I love that.
Previous episode, by the way. Check that
It
shit
was,
out.
yes.
You heard? But you heard, oh? Email in if you heard, oh.
She throws a power strip into the water to test for the gator because, as we all know, they
Oh,
do
that
have
was
a
good.
taste for power strips.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Is that a power strip?
Big fan.
Yo, I'm about to eat that shit.
I had a good time with this movie.
Same.
I
Yeah,
thought
this
we
was
wrote
my
this
first
like-
time. This was my first time watching this a little bit more critically, and I'm glad that it still held up. Like I have maybe a few more gripes with it than I've had in the past, because usually I just throw it on because I think it's a rad fucking movie. But even with my little gripes about the script or the fucking Apex Predator line, it's still a really good fucking movie. It's really
agree.
tense, even though Barry Pepper lives through all of it. He's lost like
Yeah.
9 limbs.
9 limbs.
They still managed to ratchet up the tension with every act. So
Yes.
for that reason, it holds, I think it's still a really solid movie. I really enjoy the fact that the alligators are just fucking animals being animals, and that's what makes them as scary as they are. And also, going way back to the beginning of the movie, when we're seeing Haley like limber up to do this, like she's doing the super impressive, lap in the water. And there's all this limbering up and everything. By the end of the movie, you realize, like, holy shit, like our bodies are not made to do that shit. And she's got to spend time limbering up and warming up and getting herself ready to swim in the water. And alligators are just fucking built for this shit. Like they got
Yeah.
evolution right the first time, and they have
Built
not
different.
changed in millennia.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the ending credit song was perfect.
That cracked me
Yes.
up. When
Yeah.
See you later,
Absolutely.
alligator.
Yeah, I was like,
What
hell
are we
yeah.
doing?
Anytime there's fucking like bubblegum rock and roll at the end of a fucking movie, I fucking love it.
Yeah. It's great stuff. Great stuff.
My one final note is those CGI spiders were really bad.
Yes, they were. They were awful. We didn't
was
need
that.
that. That's one thing we didn't need in the movie.
That
I'll agree
was
with
that
you.
was that was actually the worst part of the movie because it came to nothing, and there are already creepy crawlies all over Florida. Like if you're
Oh, yeah.
legitimately in a crawl space in Florida, there's a million things down there that are terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you already
here's-
have the gators. I don't need these creepy crawly.
We didn't see one of those jumping crickets in there at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like maybe an hour before that, she stepped in shit and like
Yeah.
barefoot and was just like, nah, whatever. And
Yeah.
then spiders are gonna get you. Also, what's worse, gators or spiders, lady? Let's go. Fuck the spiders. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah. We don't, and it didn't even add time to the movie. So just cut that shit out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was just for like people who were like, "Ooh, spiders."
yeah.
Yeah.
The editing in this was really good too, though. Like I feel like they,
Yeah.
with the exception of the spider scene, they could have cut that 100%. But the editing was keeping things moving at a clip, and we also like didn't get everything was intentional. We didn't have a lot of shaky cam. A lot of movies like this, you're gonna have shaky cam and crazy quick cuts and stupid edits that are unnecessary. This was
Yeah.
just like, no, we're planting you right here so that you can see the full brutality of what's going on, and like we're
Right.
making sure that you witness this. So
Like
I
it,
love when a movie does that, like forces you to watch that sort of. You mentioned it in Taxi Driver, where the camera steps away as if like, oh, this is too fucking pathetic. I don't want to watch this. When a
yeah.
camera has to act for us and is like so shocked that this is going on, can't look away. I fucking love shit like that.
Same. Yeah. Like I like deliberate camera things. Like
Yes.
shaky cam, it always seems like it's just like, well, we actually don't really know what we're doing, so we're just gonna shake this cam. Like
yeah.
I like deliberate cinematography like that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very cool.
I'd hope
Yeah.
it's deliberate, not an accident.
Director of photography on this was Maxine Alexandra.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
Hey, you guys want to go to Letterboxd?
Yeah.
Bammo, blammo, flammo, sclammo. All right, let's go to Letterboxd and let's see what we'll give Crawl. I would give Crawl 3 stars.
I would go 3.5.
I'd go 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I really fucking like this movie.
I'd go 3.5.
Yeah, the extra star is for Sugar. For Susu the
See,
dog.
It lost stars because they didn't kill any of the main characters. You did gain
Fair.
some
That's
points.
why I didn't give it a 5.
You did gain some points ripping the guy's head off, but I also took points away for wasting my time with the daddy-daughter bullshit.
See,
Fair.
I like the daddy-daughter bullshit.
I know, because you're into that weird stuff.
Like stories? I don't know. What do you mean?
I just like to keep hitting you with it. So I'll give you 3.5.
Hell yeah. Andy wins again.
Yep. What a win, Andy. What a big dub for Andy. By the way, I'm more matched up with Letterboxd because it's 2.9 on Letterboxd. Just want to let everyone know that I'm smarter than you both.
I've never been on Letterboxd in my whole life.
We have an account, Andy.
Neither.
All right. The official Royds review rating is 3.5 stars. I have some questions.
Okay, I would just like to. I feel like we kind of rushed into questions when we first made the segment. Just want to clear a couple things up. These are plot hole questions, or just questions you have that maybe weren't answered in the movie.
Yeah,
Right.
We were a little surprised that a lot of people struggle when we say questions and trivia, and that blows their fucking minds because they're stupid.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I could see how it could be confusing.
I don't.
Well, look at Robbie.
This is what we call good cop, bad cop.
No such thing as a good cop. Oh shit! Okay,
I thought you said bad cop, bad cop.
I have 3 questions.
I have one because I kind of already asked my other one.
I've got 5.
Holy
That's
shit.
a lot of fucking questions. John, ask, go for it, John. Ask your first 2 questions.
So my first question is, did the gators escape from that gator farm that she passes by? Or was that just like a cheeky little like, ha ha ha?
I think
gonna be
there's
gators in
millions of
this.
gator farms in Florida.
Yeah, right. My second question I actually answered asked before, but who hired the fucking ominous ass radio host? Because I put in my notes that his afternoon weather read just sounds like Optimus Prime at the end of a Transformers movie.
You are all going to die.
May God have mercy on your soul.
How did not a single one of these women know about the hurricane during their swim meet?
Good question.
I thought it was just her. I thought it was just her who's like, she's been so focused on this swim meet that she completely ignored a week's worth of weather advisories.
No, because they all look stunned at the TV in the locker room.
Yeah, I guess, right?
They're all like, what? A
Maybe it
hurricane in
turned.
Florida?
So they're actually all very good. They're like, what the hell is that? They've never seen a TV before.
They all transported
Right,
from the
because women belong
1910s.
in the kitchen.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Hey, John, why don't you ask another one of your questions?
How many people die from gator-shaped logs every year?
Well, that's why gators do that, so they look like logs.
I
That's
guess,
part of their
fucking
hunting.
evolution at its
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, that's part of their hunting thing is people mistake or creatures mistake them for logs. Haven't you ever seen the videos of, like the birds just resting on alligators and stuff in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You ever see alligators in the winter? They lower their I don't know what
Their
they
volume.
do, but they like yep.
A little bit quieter.
But they just they essentially just freeze with the water for the winter.
Maybe their Wi-Fi connection's
Pretty
bad.
nuts. Could be. Could be. All right, I'll ask my question. Hey, didn't you have a compound fracture? How the fuck you walking around, brother?
That's a good question. She stood up to help her father in the crawl space. So does that mean that she could have stood in the crawl space the whole time and crawled to her dad for no reason whatsoever?
The movie's called Crawl, Robbie.
No, I understand that. But she goes down to the crawl space, gets down on all fours, crawls to her dad, and then stands up to help her dad.
I mean, I guess it's the difference of having a hunch over like this, running in the fucking basement like you're Igor.
If there's shit and stuff, because it's a crawl space, I'd much rather get it just on my feet than all over myself.
Robbie. The movie is called Crawl.
Oh, okay. So it's bad writing. All right.
Barry
Robbie!
Pepper wrote it into the contract that everyone has to crawl.
He goes, I want to see her dirty bare feet.
Yikes.
Also,
I know Quentin Tarantino produced on this.
I had a note that I forgot to mention earlier. So maybe I'll just skip it. I don't know.
Say it.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth like wasting time. All right. So
Oh, no. Now if you don't say it, you wasted time.
that's true. That's true. All right. When the gator first shows up, right? Blam, big gator. She goes, holy shit. And I thought she was just going to run. But she turns around and she just grabs her dad still and still drags him. And right there, I was like, oh, this woman loves her dad.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care who you are. I'm probably running. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you know what, Andy? You were right. That was a waste of time.
You are so fucking rude.
The gator fucked up the stairs, though. She's not running anywhere.
That's true.
That's true. Also, she has to crawl because the movie's called Crawl.
Exactly, yeah.
So is it the rain drowning out the sounds of people's blood-curdling screams, or is it just the wind?
Probably a combination.
It's the guys from Scream 2 with the boombox.
Nice. Previous episode last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is there music playing in the abandoned gas station? Like, did the people working just drop everything and leave?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe they got ate by gators.
Oh, shit.
I think they would have left before the gators got there.
What if the gator came in a trench coat? And he was like, I'd like to purchase a pack of gum, please.
Hello, my name is Al E. Gator.
I'd like to purchase one of your world famous glizzies.
Let me get a glizzy or two. And the guy's like, Wait a minute.
Can I please have $10 on pump 4?
I'm absolutely not a gator in a trench coat.
Just here to fill up my vehicle.
He's pointing at lottery tickets. Let me get a win for life. And every time he turns around, he gets a little closer to bite him.
Yeah. Sir, could you give me some space?
I'm sorry, am I breathing on you?
My, what a long snout you have. Yeah.
What a long...
Robbie!
Christ. How much would a house like that on the water go in Florida? Go for in Florida in 2023?
There were no gophers in this movie. There were gators.
Come on, Robbie.
Badoom tis.
I don't know. I don't know Florida prices. Are they high? Are they low? Are they?
I don't know. It just seemed. I mean, maybe we'll have an answer to that shortly.
I feel
I was about to go look it up. I want that.
I feel like I don't know, like places on the water always cost more, but I always feel like they should cost less because of shit like this.
A lot of them do cost less because then you got to take into account flood insurance.
Yeah.
So they want to offset the cost of flood insurance and entice you to buy something that's right on the fucking water with your shitty levies. Gookum, ga, ga, goo, ga.
Nice.
You guys are crushing it with the drums, man. You guys are crushing it. I remember looking at apartments back on Long Island, and like there was a water line, like a mark on the wall. And I was like, hey, how'd you guys do during Sandy? They're like, no problems at all. Huh. What's that line on the wall? Oh, it's a design choice. Like, fuck you.
This is an extra closet, and they open it up. It's just a bunch of fish flopping around.
Water just pours out.
Oh, so this is recent fish.
All right. Well,
No, this is your sushi closet.
Okay.
Huge in Japan.
You guys want to do some trivia?
yes, of course.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Of course.
So let's explain what trivia is now for all our stupid fucking listeners.
Robbie, you're being too rude.
I'm sorry. Okay. I have 5 trivias.
I have 4.
I also have 5 trivias.
Oh my lord. Oh my word. I'll go first.
Coming up short again. I'm coming up short again, huh, fellas? Just like in the bedroom.
Uh-oh. Hey, Hallie has her father in her phone as Daddy-O, Daddy, Dad, Pops,
Andy, Daddy.
Stop calling me Daddy.
I'll stop when you stop looking so daddy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I don't like this. John, go ahead.
Okay.
What religious movie stars Barry Pepper? Is it A, Passion of the Christ, B, Sound of Freedom, C, Battlefield Earth, or D, Simon Birch?
Andy.
Rob.
Andy said it first.
Is it Passion of the Christ?
No.
Oh.
Rob.
Is it Battlefield Earth?
Yes. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Oh,
Scientology
that's a
movie.
Scientology.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was John Travolta.
He plays Johnny.
He's in it
Yeah, Travolta's in it too with fucking dreads. And everything's on a Dutch angle. Every fucking shot.
Everything's in the Dutch oven. They're just ripping farts under the covers left and right.
Why am I laughing so hard at that? I'm a fucking child. He said a fart poopy joke. I can't handle it. Oh man. That's
Andy,
funny.
give us your trivia.
Okay. What famous director said that this was his favorite movie of 2019? Was it Stevie Spiels, Marty Scorsese, Neil Blomkamp, or Quentin Tarantino?
Rob. Neil Blumkin.
No, Neil Blomkamp.
I only buzzed in to say that joke. Go.
Excellent.
John,
Yes.
was it... Wait, what were the choices again?
Stevie Spiels, Marty Scorsese, or Quentin Tarantino?
Or Neil
Spielsies.
Blumkin.
Or Neil
Spielsies.
Blomkamp? No,
Damn it.
it
Rob.
was. Yes,
Tarantinus.
it was Tarantino. He said this was his favorite movie of 2019.
I thought Sam
Wowza.
Raimi was going to come up as one of your choices
you-
because he produced
know
all
why?
this.
So did I.
Oh no.
'Cause of
You
her
know why he
feet.
liked it?
Yeah.
Because of her feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
He said, "Oh shit."
There was
covered
an
feet?
alligator in this movie? Quentin Tarantino.
Haley's father has how many missed calls from Beth when Haley finds his phone?
John.
John.
6?
Nope.
Andy,
Andy. I could read out the answers if you'd like.
please.
Is it 22, 23, 24, or 25? This is missed calls
Andy.
from Beth. Andy.
23.
No.
John.
John.
22?
No.
Andy,
Andy.
24.
No.
John.
Well,
John.
Tarantino?
Yep. Tarantino. It's 25. He has 25 missed calls from Beth.
wow. Was it my turn?
I think it's John's.
Oh, in the basement, Dave mentions that alligators can see in the dark. Is this true or false?
Andy.
Andy?
True?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so they did some research.
Yeah, some.
Did, yeah. Fucking
Take that, my duster.
Yeah, my duster.
Apparently, cats have the same sort of thing. They have a tapetum lucidum, or what Quentin Tarantino goes by on Sundays, which helps them reflect light back into their photoreceptors, and that effectively lets them see in the dark.
You're telling me every single cat has tapeworms?
Yes. Tapeworm lucidities.
All right. What were their 0 of for this film? That's very bad wording. But what did this movie have 0 of? Stuntmen.
Rob.
Stunt women.
Rob.
Okay, Rob.
Black people.
That's also correct. John, you also called in.
I was just gonna say good cops.
You guys are crushing it. Your choices are better than mine. All right. Stuntmen, stunt women, press screenings, or craft services.
Did you
John.
say breast screenings? Like mammograms?
Press.
I'm going to say there were no mammograms in this movie.
You would be incorrect. You can see one in the background of one of the scenes.
Oh my God.
In the middle of the hurricane. Somebody's just getting their breasts examined.
Out in the water.
When she's driving, you do see someone taking their garbage out
Really?
in the background. Yes, you do. I noted that. When she's driving down to meet her dad and they're like on the radio, like, get the fuck out of here. You see a guy just casually taking his garbage out.
I don't want a stinky house. Okay, so stuntmen, stunt women, press
John.
screenings, craft services. John.
Press screenings.
Correct.
Yeah, they wanted to build the hype. They didn't let anybody spoil it. They had an embargo on it until it actually dropped in theaters.
Oh,
If you build it, they will come.
very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Haley's
You
father.
remember- You remember? You know what Robbie used to say? Robbie used to say, if you touch it, I will come. Got me every time. All right, continue.
Haley's father has how many missed calls from Haley when she finds his phone? 5, 6, 7, or 8?
John.
John.
6.
Yeah. That's where you got the 6 from before.
Yeah.
He's done it.
I knew I saw it on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Director Alexandre Aja is no stranger to gore in his films. His film High Tension is often considered a part of what film movement? Is it A, French violence, B, French brutalism, C, French extremism, or D, the Treaty of Versailles?
French cardiology, because it's about hypertension.
Very good. Andy,
Andy.
the first one.
Wrong.
Damn it.
What were the other ones?
So is it French violence, French brutalism, or French extremism?
French extremism.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, bonjour!
Very good.
Je m'appelle Alexandre.
Well, in
gators.
We move to New Orleans and we have a guitar.
I like the gators. Very good. Is that movie High Tension You said, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching a French horror movie where this lady is staying at a house and then everybody starts getting murdered. And then it turns out at the end, spoiler alert, it's her. She is the murderer. Is that movie?
With the fucking saw? Like the bandsaw that she's carrying around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me
Wow.
seeing a movie.
An educated boy.
All right. What is the family's last name? Is it Miller, Keller, Smith, Jones, or Werberman Jensen?
Rob.
John.
Rob.
Keller.
Correct.
He was number one.
Oh, shit. He was number one. All right. You guys got more?
I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Florida's best hard rock radio is 98.5, 97.7, 98.1, 96.9.
Andy.
Andy.
98.1.
No.
I fucking nailed it. I knew it.
John.
Yeah,
The
go
second one.
No, it's not 97.7. Is Florida's best hard rock radio 98.5 or 96.9?
98.5.
Yes.
I've done it.
Welcome to Florida's best hard rock radio 98.5. Florida's best hard cock radio.
50 inches of cock every hour.
I'm sitting here with a rock hard erection. You'll never know what
Oh boy. And then his demeanor completely changed. Like, all right, well, that'll wrap it up for us here.
So I'm being replaced. This was my quickest show. I swear this doesn't usually happen. But please make way for John Fills. That's the next guy. That's the next DJ. John Fills. Hey, welcome. I'm John Fills, and I've got the hardest cock in all of Florida.
Oh my god.
I just took 15. That's it, 15 gas station boner pills.
I'm dying. I'm on my way to the hospital.
I can feel my blood. We froze again.
Oh shit. Yeah, you did. You froze in the middle of that fucking nonsense. Okay.
God, I'm sweating.
What's
All
the
right.
next thing you heard me say?
The thing is, it didn't freeze. Like you were like rock on. It's like held out. It was fucking gold. Okay. Okay.
Oh man.
All right. I got tears in my eyes. Oh wait, John. It's John's turn. It's John's turn.
How many times did I cheer for Sugar the dog in my notes? Was it A, 2 times, B, 5 times, C, 3 times, or D, Sugar?
Oh shit. Could be that
Rob.
last one.
Rob.
5 times.
No.
Andy.
Andy.
3 times.
Yes. Yeah, the first time when she first shows up, the second time when she's helping to find Barry Pepper, and the last time when she comes swimming around the corner. I'm like, oh no, please survive.
Do you think Barry is short for barreled?
Barracuda.
Barracuda Pepper.
All right, what?
But he's Canadian. Barracuda Pepier.
Oh, bonjour, je m'appelle Barracuda Papier.
All right, what young adult movie series were the 2 leads in this a part of? Was it the Divergent series, the Maze Runner series, the Harry Potter series, or Twilight?
John.
John.
Maze Runner.
Correct.
Nice.
I got one more question.
Let me hear it.
On average, American alligators can swim at speeds of up to 18 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour.
Andy.
John.
Andy,
20.
it is 20, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that guy
from
said it in
Stir.
his review.
Yeah,
The one positive thing he did for us.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, last question. Crawl is set in Tampa Bay, a home near the water with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 stories, and a garage would cost A, 600,000,
You son of a bitch.
750,000, or C, 500,000, or D, 420,000.
You can't Google it, Robbie. It's trivia.
I forgot I'm sharing my screen. But I'm also not cheating. I'm going to Wheel of Names. Okay? And you can see that.
Who the fuck is Beatrice?
Shut up. Oh god.
What were the choices again? I'm sorry.
A, 600,000, B, 750,000, C, 500,000, or D, 420,000.
Okay. 420,000.
Yeah, on the fucking head. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. You know why?
Yeah.
Because 420 blaze it.
Yeah, I found like 5 houses similar to Dave Keller's on Trulia in Tampa Bay.
Did it have a crawl space?
Right around 400,000. No crawl space.
Oh.
That's the
That
only.
sucks.
That's the only
We know
difference.
it's real. We know it's real.
Uh-oh, the famous Wheel of Names is out.
Yeah, Andy's favorite.
It's the bane of my Batman.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Because I wrote a song for this fucking movie.
Yo, me too.
Me 3.
Very good. So let me
songs.
3 songs. Let me spin this wheel right here, and we'll find out who's going foist.
Spin that shit, Robbie.
Very good. There's so many things running on my computer right now. Oh, it's me!
I would vote to get rid of the Wheel of Names.
I'm gonna vote you shut the fuck up. It's actually because I've just been sharing my screen this whole time, and we don't need it anymore.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop doing that, and I'm just gonna share the sound. Because I'm up first with my hot jam. I put it on the stove, and everyone was like, I'm not eating this.
You're frying up some jam.
Yeah. Yeah, deep fried jam, baby.
Ugh.
All right, my song is called Faster in the Water. And I'm stalling as it downloads from the cloud real quick.
That's a good title. I'll give you that. I
Thank
like
you.
the title
I
off the
appreciate
bat.
it. Thank you. That's
faster in the water.
that's what it all cares about. Actually, it was originally going to be called Apex Swimmer, but then I changed it
Nice.
when I received one of your songs.
Yeah, and my song. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I want to confuse.
So
it.
here's my song. It's called Faster in the Walter.
Swimmer, I can't get you on the line. Apex swimmer, they'll be coming at your feet. Apex swimmer, out in your swim beat. Apex swimmer, feet so flooded, love these brains. Apex swimmer, sounds alarm the whole house shakes. Apex swimmer, they creep around down below. Apex swimmer, he's just a living dino. Apex swimmer, under the house, they're out in the street, they're faster in the water. Under the house, they're out in the street, they're faster in the water. Ripping up pigs and jumping on boats, faster in the water. Ripping up pigs, chewing up boats, faster in the water. Call for help with the flare. Apex swimmer, they're in the eye and they don't care. Apex swimmer, it's a category 5. Apex swimmer, it's on you to stay alive. Apex swimmer, are you faster, are you fool? Apex swimmer, better get up on the roof. Apex swimmer, clap them in a bathroom stall. Apex swimmer, I'm gonna run and swim and crawl. Apex swimmer, under the house, they're out in the street, they're faster in the water. Under the house, they're out in the street, they're faster in the water. Ripping up pigs and jumping on boats.
my song called Faster in the Water.
I like
I
those
really
harmonies.
like the harmonies in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. I did the harmonies because I was trying to think back to my Jaws song when I did a very Beach Boys style surf rock song. So I wanted to do something here because we talked about the Jaws element of it.
Yeah, check that episode out, by the way.
But I just really kind of wanted to do that. And yeah, I was having fun just singing about some gators. But it was just a song singing about chompy little gates.
It almost reminded me, like in the verses of "Girls" by the Beastie Boys.
Okay.
Kind of had a similar melody, but I dug all the harmonies on top of it. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I also enjoyed.
Who wants to go next? I don't really care. I'm not spinning the wheel.
Andy, you go.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Andy.
Very good.
Thank you. My song is called Apex Predator, and I kind of, I don't know. I just kind of, I record my drums first, and I kind of just went for whatever happened. Like I kind of just let my drum guide, like how the song went. So there's kind of like a big instrumental break at the end. So deal with it. All right. Called Apex Predator.
No, I did the best I could. You kept
Rock and roll.
Oh shit!
I don't
That
know if-
ending.
That I think that's a lag issue because the tempo was going all over the place on this. You import it and like put it in separately from what we listened to live, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Okay, because it got wonky there, but yeah, rock and roll first and foremost, rock and roll. You know,
I gotta put all my fucking tables and shit back up on their legs. I knocked everything over during that fucking chorus, that beatdown riff. That was fucking great.
Thank you.
You actually made my least favorite element of the movie into something really fucking cool.
Well, thank you. I just thought, like these badass gators just ripping people apart. Let's fucking rock and roll, rock and fucking roll.
Do you always record your drums first?
Yeah. It's just I tried to do with a click and like do scratch guitars and then do drums. First off, it just takes like twice as long.
Yeah.
And second, I'm not good at it. So I just do the drums, and I figured if the drums are a little off, but everything follows them, it's fine.
Yeah. It also makes it sound like it's, like it's human. It gives it that element,
right?
Which is cool.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, indeed.
Yeah, I really dug that.
Yeah, I dig it.
Thank you. John, tell us about your song.
My song is called Ornery, and
So fucking Billy Madison. No, fucking what's that? Waterboy. Yeah.
So I'd mentioned on a previous episode that I've been wanting to do a black metal song. So I was short on time this time around, and I was like, you know what? Let me take this black metal song that I had recorded on GarageBand on my phone like 2 or 3 years ago, and put it to use. So I had a really tough time with mixing because I had to take like tracks from back when I had no fucking idea what I was doing and try to make them work. But I think I did an okay job, and it's a black metal song. It was intended for Venomous Christ, which is Chris's pretend black metal band, my co-host on the Scrap Metal podcast. Yeah, we were gonna make a fake black metal band and like do a fake interview on Scrap Metal, with me playing like a Scandinavian dude. So this is one of those songs, and as black metal often does, it's supposed to sound really shitty. So that's just my excuse for the tracks not sounding as good as I would like them to.
Nice.
Okay.
But like you've got a lot of reverb, you've got a lot of echo, you have a lot of ambience to it, and this was my first time doing harsh vocals, and boy howdy was that fucking tough. So because of that, I'm actually going to send you guys the lyrics so that you can follow along.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a little bit about my song Ornery.
All right, I'll be singing along.
Mama says that alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth but no toothbrush.
Attack. Human. Skin. Armor. Latent. Teeth. Serrated. Bite. Attack. Machine. Made for killing. Ripping. Shredding. Skin. From bone. A fossil ripped right from the machine. Made for killing. Ripping. Shredding. Skin. From bone. A fossil ripped right from the stone. An implement of death, unmatched by man's cruel devices. Reptilian skin and cold blood surviving for millions of years. Man dares to tame it, to infringe on its homes, only to be beaten back by jaws of savage hate. Lurking below the surface of the water, it lies in wait. For one mistake can lead to the darkest fate. God's perfect machine, unchanged by sands of time, untouched by evolution, built for nothing but death.
Your song was scarier than the movie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I take
We
that as the
also,
highest
also
of
have to
compliments.
acknowledge evolution isn't real, so.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, that was really scary and good. I like that a lot.
Yeah, really good.
Thank
Did
you.
that hurt?
Yeah, I did this all in one take because I couldn't.
Jesus.
I couldn't go. If you notice, like I go off the fucking click a little bit, like towards the end, and I just couldn't fucking do it anymore. I was drinking tea the whole rest of the fucking day. Like I definitely do not know how to scream. That's not how you do harsh black metal vocals.
Right.
Like that was my best attempt at it, and it was damaging for like 2 days.
Damn. You know, our both of our songs had a similar, like a scoo-doo-doo. Like
Yeah.
we both started with that, so that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I always like putting samples in my songs too. So that's I threw the Water Boy
Yeah.
sample at the beginning. That's I always say that fucking line. I love that fucking movie. So I had to drop that in there, and that's what gave me the title. And the lyrics this time around, like the past couple songs I've done with you guys, like I've sat and like the lyrics have come to me, and I was like, this is such like a surface level movie. I'm like, I don't know what to write about. And I'm like, okay, it's black metal. Let me make it super fucking dramatic and be like really over the top and just talk about like hatred and skin and bone and shit like that. And then at the end, I just do my best Vincent Price and just do like that spoken word shit. The last bit is my favorite thing, and that was like my whole point of the song, like the message that like evolution got this shit right the first fucking time. These things are perfect fucking machines, and they haven't changed one fucking bit, and they're just brutal, and that's fucking metal. So
Yeah. That's brutal. That's brutal. We got Bill Burr on the That's brutal.
It's fucking brutal.
Fucking
No, that was really good, John.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. I think
John's
we
always
all
bringing
brought
these
it.
bangers and slangers.
Yeah, I think we all brought some bangers today. I think.
Yeah.
I think
I
we
dug it.
got we
Bangers and
we all
mash.
got. Yeah, well, that's what they should call. Let's rename the podcast "Bangers and Mash."
Hey,
Well-
Andy,
Yes.
what are we doing next week? I'm so scared my bowels are gonna empty Tober,
Wow, that is such an excellent question.
isn't it?
I'm so glad you asked it, Robbie.
Aren't you?
I'm elated. Honestly,
Are you
elated.
stalling?
No, of
No.
course, no, Robbie. I'm just so excited.
Because I'm Rob Hall. I'll call you Rob Stall.
Don't you ever call me that.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm just elated from Seinfeld. I'm Elaine.
Very good.
Thank you. You just got to give me a second because I have to quell my excitement.
Oh, is that what's happening
That's what
here?
it is. That's what it is. Okay, next week we are doing The Shining.
Ooh. Oh, don't get sued. The
Ooh, the
Shinnin boy.
Shinnin.
You want to get a sued?
The Shinnin. A classic. Robbie, had you ever seen The Shining before?
No, I watched first like 20 minutes and got scared once.
Wow.
So
That's the least scary part of the movie.
shut the fuck up. You shut your butthole
You
up.
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. I'm excited for that. I love that movie.
I'm gonna be scared.
And you are going to be scared. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
But
Alright,
it's excellent. It's also excellent. So, John, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Sure. So this October, you can catch once again the Scared for Your Life Film Festival taking place on October 21st at the Huntington Cinema Arts Center out in Huntington, Long Island. So if you're in the area, stop on by. Tickets will be available on Huntington's website a few weeks before the event. So just keep an eye on their website and just come out to support some local and international filmmakers. We've got films from Italy. We've got films from Canada. We've got films from right here on Long Island. So it's going to be a really good time.
Oh no! They broke the pasta in half.
How did I send you that screener?
Yeah, that's the Italian horror film. Oh no!
It's so dumb.
You're
They
telling
put
me
the
you
sauce
bought a
in a
ragu?
can. Mamma mia!
Oh my god. No, John, that sounds really awesome. And
when is the
I'm
date?
gonna-
October 21st. It's a Saturday.
So it's 5 days from the day this comes out.
Yeah, baby.
Look
So
at
get your
that.
ticks.
Get them ticks, baby. Boys and girls.
Yeah.
And protect
Um,
each other from Lyme disease.
Yep, that's important too. I would also like to promote for you the Scrap Metal Podcast because
Thank you.
It's an excellent podcast. If you like metal, if you just like people who know what they're talking about, talk about stuff.
Yeah, just tell her to call Two Brothers Scrap Metal.
Nice.
We're trying to find a way to implement that into our marketing. But yeah, thank you. You can find Scrap Metal on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. We are now on YouTube, so we release a video version of the podcast as well. Make sure that you show us some love, subscribe on all those platforms, and check us out. We come out with a new episode every 2 weeks, and you can follow us on Instagram at Scrap Metal Podcast, on Twitter at Scrap Metal Pod, and on Facebook it's the Scrap Metal Podcast.
Hell yeah.
Heck yes.
I was a previous guest on that podcast.
Yes, yeah.
And you're never allowed back, I heard.
Not once. Not even once.
Or within a mile of a school.
That's also true.
It was a crazy podcast. Check it out.
The crimes he admitted to.
Oh man, let me tell you. Robbie, what about the socials?
That's an excellent question.
Isn't it?
You go to Twitter. You go to TikTok. You go to Threads. You go to Instagram. You go to X, which is Twitter. And I said Twitter before, but I don't know. I'm just going to say it again. And you type in TheRoydsBand, and that's where you'll find us.
Excellent.
right. And every now and then, yeah, Andy has to tweet and delete his views on Iran, but it's fine.
It's the song I Ran by a Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah, that's his, yeah.
People really don't like what I think about that song. Okay, our music. So, believe it or not, we're a band, Robbie and I, and we have 2 albums.
We are banned from the following counties.
We have 2 albums and a Christmas song, and you can find them on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music. That's pretty cool, isn't it? But here's the other thing is you can get all the podcast songs. Go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com and you will find over 150 at this point, right?
102 Dalmatians.
Nope. You will find over 150 songs that Rob and I have written.
Yeah, because
about
this is
movies for this
episode
podcast.
78. Yeah.
Holy shit. So, check that shit out. And tell your friends. Please leave a 5-star review. And send an email if you got any questions. roydsreview@gmail.com. And blow us a kiss.
Wow.
Thank you.
Our first kiss. Wow.
Wow.
First kiss
Okay.
blown.
Well, John, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me.
And next week we're doing The Shining. Bye.